A Day by Emily Dickinson is a poem that can be interpreted in a literal and in a metaphorical level. Hi, I'm Sanjeev, and you all are welcome to my channel. Let's begin the analysis section along with the introduction of the poet. Emily Dickinson is a prominent 19th century American poet. She mostly lived a private life and therefore she was not publicly recognized during her life. In her poetry, she deals with the themes of religion, death, home, family, nature, and love. In terms of form, this poem is composed in 4 quatrains. Simply speaking, quatrain is a 4 lines form, and as you can see, there are 4 stanzas altogether, and each stanza consists of 4 lines. Therefore, in terms of form, it's a quatrain. And when you see the rhyme scheme, when you focus on the first stanza, rose, time, amethyst, rain, none of the lines rhymes with each other. But in second stanza, begun rhymes with sun, third stanza, style rhymes with while, and in the fourth stanza, gray rhymes with away. That means the first stanza does not have any rhyme, whereas in second, third, and in fourth stanza, second line rhymes with the fourth line. So the rhyme scheme is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, F, H, I, J, I, and K, L, M, L. So what is the meaning of the title, A Day? A day has 2 meanings, the denotative meaning and the connotative meaning, or let's say the dictionary meaning and the contextual meaning. The denotative or the dictionary meaning of a day refers to a unit of time between the sunrise and the sunset. But in this poem, the title does not just have the literal definition, or let's say denotative definition. It means something else. The sunrise stands for the beginning of something, or let's say the sunrise stands for birth, and the sunset stands for the end, or let's say it stands for the death. In that sense, the title, A Day, in the context of the poem, refers to the life between birth and death. As somebody has rightly said, life is a journey between cradle to grave. What about the theme? In a literal level, this poem is all about the description of a day that falls between the sunrise and the sunset. But in a metaphorical level, this poem depicts the journey of life that falls between birth and death, as symbolized by the sunrise and the sunset, respectively. Setting, okay, so time setting is that of a day, as suggested by the title itself. And place setting, when we go through the first stanza, then place setting is hinted, and we can say place setting is that of a countryside. In terms of the movement of the ideas, first 2 stanzas depict sunrise, whereas last 2 stanzas describe the sunset. In metaphorical level, first 2 stanzas are about birth, and last 2 stanzas are about death. Now let's begin the analysis of the poem line by line. In the first 2 stanzas, the poet describes the sunrise and the activities that follow thereafter. The poem begins with the confident tone of the speaker, as evident in the first line of the poem, in which the speaker claims to have knowledge regarding the sunrise. The hyphen introduced at the end of the first line indicates what happens after the sunrise. During the sunrise, the rays of the sun looks like ribbon in the sky. In fact, The second line is an example of a metaphor comparing the rays of the sun with the ribbon. The steeple or the tall tower above the roof of the church is the first one to receive the sunlight. When the sunlight falls on the steeple, it looks amethyst or purple in color. The statement, the news like squirrels rain, which is the fourth line of the first stanza, compares the news of the sunrise with a squirrel's run, using a simile, implying that the rays of the sun spreads everywhere too quickly. The second stanza is also the continuation of the activities that follow after the sunrise. The hills, which were invisible, enveloped in darkness, become visible when the sunlight falls on the top of the hills. The poet, using personification, gives human attributes to the hills. When a person removes the bonnets or hats, then his or her head and hair becomes visible. Similarly, when the hills, after the sunrise, remove the heads of darkness, then their top is visible. Therefore, thereafter, even the whole area enjoys the melodious song of the bird bobolinks. Listening to the melody of the bird, the speaker is sure that it must have been the sun. In this way, the poet has portrayed a very bright picture of the morning after the sunrise. On contrary to the first two stanzas, the last two stanzas depict the sunset. Readers can notice the lack of confidence in the speaker's tone while describing the sunset. The speaker admits ignorance so far as the issue of the sunset is concerned. In the deeper level, the sunset refers to the death, and no one can exactly say what lies after death. Those who are dead cannot speak, and those who can speak are not dead yet. While describing the sunset, the speaker lacks confidence. Therefore, the speaker takes the help of imagination and imagines a situation in which boys and girls have climbed up the stile or ladder and reach on the other side. Thereafter, a dominie in gray closes the evening bars and takes the children away. In fact, the yellow boys and the girls are the yellow rays of the sun. In the speaker's imagination, the sun rays are blocked by a dominie in gray. Since gray is the color of death, dominie in gray refers to death himself. It is death who puts a full stop in front of life, and it is death that takes flocks or people away, but where no one exactly knows.